I tell you what, why don't I go downstairs and fix you a little snack and bring it up here to you? What do you say? Kyle, you should discuss this with me, honey. It could help.
Look, I told you I was fine.
Don't be ashamed, Kyle. I'm your mother. You can say anything you want to me, and I'll understand it. Anything you think. Anything you're feeling. I know you're grieving, darling. I am too. I tell you what, I think we should sort through all these things and pack them away so that they're out of sight. I think that's
Don't touch
really
that.
good idea.
Put it down.
Of course, dear, but...
I don't want anybody to touch anything here. I want it left exactly the way it is.
Whatever you say, Kyle. Yes, maybe that's best. And then when all of this is over and you and Maeve are back together again, stronger than ever, then when the time is right, you can try again.
I don't think so.
Of course you will, darling.
I don't think so. Maeve is asking me for a divorce.
I don't need Kyle. I don't want Kyle, not anymore. I've asked him for a divorce.
Maeve wants nothing more to do with me.
She doesn't know what she's saying. Well, she's beside herself with grief, poor darling.
She doesn't want to talk to me. She doesn't want to see me. She didn't even want to have a memorial service for the child.
No, but you can't pay that any mind, Kyle. She's in shock. She's not to be held accountable for anything she says.
She's acting as if this is all my fault.
You haven't done anything, have you? Kyle, darling, you have such a good marriage. You and Maeve were meant for each other. Your wedding was the happiest day in my life. Kyle, honey, what is it? It's Reva, isn't it? Now, Kyle, you've got to tell her to leave you alone.
Reva has done nothing.
Then talk to Maeve, Kyle. Tell her that you love her. Now, I know that she thinks you married her just because she was pregnant, and you've got to tell her, Kyle, that that is not true. You've got to tell her that you would have married her even if she wasn't carrying your child.
How can I? It's not true.
Don't say that, Kyle.
I married Maeve so my child would have a family.
Kyle, please. You seem so cold, so bitter. Now, listen, honey, we have got to discuss this. I had no idea you were harboring all of this resentment
Mother,
against...
I appreciate your coming by.
Kyle, you don't want a divorce, do you?
Hello.
Kyle, so I'm not bothering you, am I?
No.
I just want to touch base about the TV station stock sale.
Nothing has changed. I'm prepared to authorize sale of up to 30% of the stock.
Yeah, me too, 30%. Well, I just wanted to get everything straight.
We are.
Hey, I'm over here at Kurt and Mindy's house raising. I guess I better get back to work. How you doing?
Look, I'm fine. I'll talk to you later. Go away!
Don't do this to yourself.
Look, Vanessa, I'm fine. Or at least I would be if people would just leave me alone.
That's where you're wrong. You need somebody to talk to who understands what you're going through.
Well, I'm afraid I'm out of luck then, because no one is going to understand what I'm going through unless they lost a child of their own.
Look, we almost lost little Billy. Right after he was born, he had a very serious heart condition.
I didn't know.
Oh, well, I never felt so helpless. I'd always had Billy or Daddy to make everything all right. Well, not that time. That was the closest I ever came to complete despair, and I know it's not the same, but you're not alone. You really aren't.
That's sounds great, but that still doesn't take away the pain.
Well, of course it doesn't, but you can't be alive in this world without suffering some. Now, you're going to be all right. You'll make it through. You just have to let your friends help you.
When I say everything that I've accomplished, everything that I've done was for him. My son. My son, and now Maeve doesn't even want to mourn him.
Of course she does. She's just trying to handle it in her own way, that's all.
I gave up everything. I gave up Riva, and for what? For nothing. After Riva, that's all that I wanted. Vanessa, thanks very much for coming by, but why don't you go to the house raising now? I'll be fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
Look, you've made a start. That's great.
Maeve has got to start too, though.
Don't be angry with her. She needs your help. She really does.
How long does it take? How long do I have to beg her?
It's gonna happen. No, I think it's great that you've arranged the service for the baby, you know. I'll see you there.